Hi, so this video is just a quick thing on how to create bids and submit them and how to look at the pairings. So on the pairings tab, it's going to give you every pairing that you are able to bid for. That's for your base and category. So in this case, there are 244 pairings. On the right side, you can filter out different things to find pairings you like or to remove pairings you don't like. So if you want a layover in Atlanta, you would go back to layover. So you click layover and then station and then Atlanta. And it's if any. So if it has at least one layover in Atlanta, hit apply, it's going to filter. 56 pairings have at least one layover in Atlanta out of the 244. And it's only going to show you those 56 pairings. We can reset it so it clears that all out. You go back to the 244 pairings. Now you can say, I do not like Atlanta. And so you can say, if not any in Atlanta, apply. So now, rather than the 56 pairings, it took the 56 out, and you are left with only 188 of the 244. So none of these pairings have any layover in Atlanta. The every means you want every single layover to be in Atlanta, or you want every single layover to not be in Atlanta. You'll hit reset, and it takes you back, and then you can filter things out, whether you like carryout, pairings, if you like a certain amount of duty legs, a certain check-in time. There's lots of ways to filter. If you actually click on the blue side with the number, this is your pairing number. And if you click on it, it expands it and it tells you everything that you'll find in the bid package as well, but it filters and it's kind of easier to read than in the bid package. It tells you your check-in time, your checkout time, so report, release. It tells you the category, your report day. So this is a 2-day trip, which you can also see on the right. It'll tell you it's a 2-day trip, but then you can look on the left. It tells you how many times or which days it operates within the month. So this one only operates on August 1st. It's going JFK to LA, overnight in LA, LA to JFK. It'll tell you the equipment. Both of these are the 900 series of the 330. Your time away from base, 3408. This is what you calculate per diem on. This is your total credit. So if you saw the first video, the LCW, the line construction window, is 10 hours below the ALV up to 10 hours above the ALV. And you need your credit to be within that 20-hour window. So you would add total credit until you hit at least that that low part of that credit window. If you don't reach that, then PBS is going to have to give you different trips or other trips. For carryouts, it will specify how much credit is for that carryout. So on this, it's saying all of these trips, the credit's 1140, except for the trip starting on August 30th. The in-period credit, so the credit added for the month you're bidding for, is only 550, and then you would have 550 of credit going into September's bid period. So yeah, that's these pairings, how to read them. If you want to add specific pairings to your bid, so first we'll have to create a bid. So go to bids, add bid group, pairing bid group, hit apply, close. So now we have the pairing bid group. It's highlighted. We can go over to pairings, and you'll have to hit this little plus sign it enables the add bid modes. So now you can add it directly to it. And say you really wanted that carry out trip. So you don't have to highlight, you can just select, make sure there's a check here, and then it'll make these brighter, and then you can select. If you don't select any of these, you're just saying, hey, I would like this trip for whatever reason. If you would like a specific trip only, like the carryout one, you would click on it, make sure it's highlighted dark blue, and then you would hit the award button. And it says award pairings if pairing number 1833 departing on August 30th, added to the current bid. Okay. We'll go over and you can see it says award pairings if pairing number 1833 departing on August 30th. So now you've added a line to your bid. If you said, actually, I don't want that one, you could do the avoid, which will then, as it goes on your bid, it'll say avoid pairing. If so, award saying, I want this, avoid saying, I don't want this. With PBS, it either gives you what you want for an award or it gives you none of it. An avoid, it can go into denial mode and it can say, I'm sorry, we couldn't avoid this. You had to get it because you need it for credit or whatever reason. So awards, they give it to you or they don't. Avoids, they try not to give it to you, but you could be forced into it if PBS has to go into denial mode. If you decided you didn't want this, you could highlight the line and then go to delete, and it'll delete it out. If you want, and then also, if you're going to add a different one, make sure you uncheck the one you had, otherwise it will add another thing to your request. And now we didn't uncheck this, so now it's saying you want this and this. And PBS is a left to right logic, so it says you really want this. If you can't have this, then you'll have this if you can't have both. So remember, just uncheck before you select a new one. So we unchecked it and now we have this. So you could say, oh, I'm going to delete that out. I messed that up. And then if you say, oh, actually I want 1832 more than 1833, you can highlight it and scroll up and push the up button, and then it'll give you that. If you are going to add a reserve bid group, you will go to add bid group, reserve, apply, close. Reserves, you're really just bidding off. So hit the add button, your prefer off, and you can do dates listed. You could do a dates range. You could do, I want weekends off. You can set a minimum amount of weekends you prefer off. Weekends in PBS is Saturday and Sunday. It does not include Friday. You could request certain days of the week, so it'll highlight the whole row or the whole column for that weekday. Yeah. And then if you say, oh, actually, I want to be a reserve before I want to be a line holder this month, make sure you just highlight the reserve bid group and do the up button, the up arrow, and it'll move it first. PBS is top-down logic, so whatever line is first, that's what you want most. Then whatever second, that's what you want second, and so on and so on. So the farther down it is, the less important it is to you. And then if you are all set, you would hit save and then submit. When you hit submit, it should say bid submitted. It's going to give me a thing saying it's not allowed because I have specific things in here where I just took our actual bid and stuck it in the default for now, but I didn't put it in a correct order where it would submit. So submit. And it says mine cannot be submitted because of what I have. So if you get this, then you've got something wrong and you need to go in and fix it before you can submit it. So I will just delete this out and show you what it'll look like if you actually have a true submission. Let me just cut these off. And we'll cut and paste and cut and paste, cut and paste. Okay. And then for this, I'm actually copy and paste because I'll change. Okay. Okay, so that should be correct and we should be able to submit. And then, so if you have a submission that has gone through, it'll say bid submission, current bid submitted successfully, default bid submitted successfully, training bid submitted successfully. You should get that. And then that has been submitted and that is your current thing. If you want to go in and change anything after you've submitted it, you can. Now it's red. That means I've made a change and it hasn't been submitted. And I would need to go in and resubmit it for that. And so if it's grayed out right here, that means you haven't made any changes to your bid. You don't need to resubmit. If it is red, that means there is a change. You should go ahead and make another submission or look and see what change you did do. So stay tuned and I can go over in other videos like what is the min credit window,